Hi, this is Dr. Cleveland, and I wanted to give you a short introduction to how to navigate through the biology online class. I've opened up my browser and I use the um, Google browser, Google Chrome browser. You can also use the Mozilla browser. The University of Mississippi and Blackboard both recommend using the Mozilla Firefox browser for this. But when you get to the Blackboard site, make sure you open up the course for BISC 102, and you should have an introductory page that looks like this. The first thing that you should see right here is a banner that introduces the class, a little bit of graphics just to show you what's going to be covered in here. In this, I also have my information, my email address, a Google phone number for texting me, and a Skype account that if you email me ahead of time, I can be ready and have a Skype session for you. My office hours, I'm going to be available between 4 and 8 for scheduled office hours. So if you want to talk to me, if you want to Skype me, or if you want to have a face-to-face meeting, those are the times. Otherwise, I'll be available by email most days. On this page, as you scroll down, you need to make sure that you check your browser to make sure that it's compatible with Blackboard. I've given you a quick introduction to the class. I'm not real good on video, so it's just a quick video to introduce you to myself and to the class. You've got some student resources. I've given you an overview of the tabs that are on the left-hand side of your screen, your home screen. And you need to, once you've gone through that information, open up the introductory module down here at the bottom. Once you get that open, this is what every module is going to look like from here on. You have a lesson summary, which gives you a little bit, like a paragraph, a little bit about what the module is about. You have the learning objectives for each module listed in here. So at this lesson, you're going to know the requirements of the course and so on. You're going to do several activities in here. One of those is to make sure you go through the Start Here page. You read the complete syllabus. I will have a link on here where you can link into the syllabus tab. You open up the syllabus. It's an extensive syllabus on what to expect for the class. Make sure you read that over in detail. One of the assignments for this week is to take the syllabus quiz, and you have to have an 8 out of 10 on it to continue to the first module. So make sure that you have that done before the deadline for the introduction. Also within this introductory module, you have a discussion board to do. The discussion board for this is an entire class discussion board. So you'll just click on this, it will take you there. You're going to introduce yourself to us, read the introductions from other folks, and make sure that you comment to other folks, say hi to me, things such as that. In order to get your maximum score, you have to post about yourself and comment to at least 5 other people. Just short comments, say hi. That's all you need to do. The other thing that's very important for this week is to make sure that you get into the McGraw-Hill Connect and Learn Smart site. In every one of the modules, you have several links that are going to take you to it, but in this module, it's just opening up and making sure that you can register for McGraw-Hill Connect and Learn Smart. You also have a link over here on the left-hand side to it. So when you open up this link, it's going to open up and ask you to register for McGraw-Hill Connect and Learn Smart. It's going to ask you to put in a username and a password. Make sure that you remember that. If you've used McGraw-Hill Connect before, use the same username and password. Once you've done that, it's going to ask you to put in your access code for the class that you purchased at the bookstore, or it's going to ask you to purchase your own purchase and access through the McGraw-Hill site. I recommend purchasing it through the McGraw-Hill site because it's a little bit less expensive, $85 versus $135. If you can't purchase it right now, it can give you a complimentary 2-week free access. After 2 weeks, you'll either have to have the access from the bookstore, or you'll have to purchase access. Once you have registered, you've put in your access code, you've bought your access, then what you're going to do is you're going to open up and go through, introduce yourself a little bit to the Smart Book and then to the Connect. The Smart Book is a great resource for you. There's a lot of information in here. It's going to open up to the different chapters. You've got your table of contents. You've got a library that will give you some information for each of the chapter. You can change your settings and things such as that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the first chapter that, actually I'm opening the second chapter. And when you do that, there's a couple of things. It's going to talk to you a little bit. I've just paused that. It first off starts you out reading the chapter. So you read through it, page down. This arrow down at the bottom will page you from one page to the next page. The highlighted parts are probably the most important parts to read. Make sure you read over those. When you've read quite a bit of it, it's going to ask you to do some practice. And when you click on the practice, it's going to ask you questions. You have the option of saying, I know it outright, I think I know it, I'm unsure, no idea. And as you do that, the program is an interactive program. It works with you to make sure that you're learning the material. If you say you know it and you get it wrong, it's going to suggest that you go back and reread the chapter. If you say you know it and you get it right, you're going to be moving on to the next question. So I got that one right. It says the answer is correct. It's going to move you on. If you get it incorrect, it's going to kind of backtrack a little bit, give you a little bit more information on it, and help you learn the material. I have each one of these Learn Smart book exercises set up so that a chapter should take you approximately 30 minutes to do. If you're struggling with it, if you're not getting the information down, it may take you a little bit longer. If you've learned this stuff before, you can probably get through it in a shorter period of time. If you go all the way through a chapter, you will eventually get a 100% on that assignment. If you do not finish the chapter, you will not get 100%. So just so you know that that's how to get 100, is to make sure you've answered every question, you've gone through the entire chapter. I'm going to return now to the McGraw-Hill Connect site, go back to Blackboard. You'll also see in each module, besides having a Learn Smart SmartBooks activity, that you are going to have a Connect quiz. So here's the Learn Smart SmartBook. You'll do that for each chapter. And at the bottom, you're going to have a Connect quiz. When you go to the Connect quiz, again, I'm going to preview it as a student. You will have a series of questions that you'll have to answer. You get two chances at each quiz. Make sure that you learn from the first chance and you improve your score. These shouldn't be hard to get 100% on. So make sure that you do your Connect assignments for each module. These modules are synced to your grades, and so once you've completed an assignment in Learn Smart or Connect, that grade should upload into your grades and you should be able to see it fairly quickly. If it's not there, you'll be able to get it as soon as I sync the grades. Another activity that you're going to have is going to be discussions, and I will move to the discussions in a second video in just a second. Open up the second video here in a minute.